Welcome back. Day 12, can you believe it, of my 21-day video challenge. Today, it's all about storytelling that sells, making your point memorable. Two things I'd like to share. First of all, stories are great ways to get that emotional buy-in from your audience. It's not about all of the data. Sharing a list of features and data, some of that might get some nods from your audience, but a lot of times people are just not going to act. Have you ever heard the term facts tell, stories sell? Why? Because facts just reach the brain and they just don't do much after that. Stories go straight for the heart. When you tell a story, especially a relevant story that mirrors your client's situation or experiences that they've had, you really create that connection because they're involved in that story. That emotional buy-in will build that trust, and the more trust you have, the higher probability that someone is going to say yes and take a next step. An example would be, instead of saying our coaching or my coaching improves public speaking by 40% over 3 sessions, you could turn it into a story. One of my clients, Jen, she used to just freeze up every single time she would be facilitating a meeting or having to get up and speak in front of a group of people, especially when it was impromptu. Well, after 3 sessions with me, she's now been able to lead more meetings more effectively, and she doesn't sweat as much when it comes to all of that impromptu. The second tip about storytelling is that a great story has structure: problem, action, result. What was the problem? What challenge did your client have or the organization have? What action did you take or what action did they take based on your recommendations? And because they took that action, what kind of a result did they have? So 2 things to keep in mind when it comes to storytelling. Number 1, create that emotional buy-in. Don't send them a whole bunch of data. Create a relevant story that's going to be have that emotional connection with your audience. And number 2, a great story has a structure. You just don't ramble. What's the problem? What's the action? What's the result? Facts tell, stories sell.